I can't see. Oh, hi. Okay, hi, everybody. My name's Wanda. I'm going to channel love energy for you. That means I allow energy from the universe to pass through me. It turns into vibration in my throat, and it's a message. So I'm called a trance channeler. And this group that's gathered here at these Thursday Zoom groups, we'll call them, are representatives of humanity. So this is a mixture of humanity pulled together. And the theory of this is that we all heal as one. So all of the folks that you see here are volunteering themselves to come forth to represent the world, really. So thank you for everyone. And I'm going to step aside in a second. So I guess we can start with the bell ringing and I'll leave and I'll be back at the end. We are, there's a certain vibration given with this bell ringing. It is an energetic movement. It encircles the humans that are involved with this energetic exchange and holds them in place. So now the group that is found here is behaving and acting as one. So now you are one. You are brothers and sisters. You are one. You are a complete version of what humans can look like. There are many, many different kinds, but this note is important. It is to raise the vibration of the humans involved and gather you all together. So it is a sacred ritual that has been evoked during for this exchange, so that you all will notice it and feel the energy encircling the group. Even though you are not physically together, you are together energetically. And this note reminds you of this exact thing. So together you act as one. Now, we will begin. For those who are familiar with this energy, it is important for you to begin the exchange. It is a showing, physically representing what is occurring here, that this is an energetic exchange between man and divine. So those who are familiar with the feeling of it, the way that it unfolds, it's important for you to step forward so others who have not accessed this before feel comfortable joining in.
Hi, Erin. I don't have a specific question tonight, but I was wondering if there's something that you would like to share with me.
You are the human that represents great adventure in humanity. So humans like you are always looking for the next grand adventure. Do you understand what we mean by this?
I think so.
There's a part of you always looking for something that is higher than the last time. Higher, 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 better, better, better. Something more thrilling, something more exciting. You have had grand adventures in your life, but there's a part of you that yearns for more. Do you understand, or when we express this feeling of yearning for more, can you feel that?
Yes.
So this yearning for more in human terms, it looks like you get another pretty thing, you go to another pretty place, or you get a pretty piece of clothing. That's what it looks like in humanity. But what this yearning truly is a connection with mankind. So you have learned how to, you have felt it, it has moved you, and you have responded in a human way, which is this, the travel or the pretty thing or whatever. But truly it cannot be completed, because the yearning goes far deeper than these physical man-made items and beautiful places to see in the world. This yearning that sits in deep inside of you is the yearning to connect on a level with other humans. You call it a real level, but we will call it an energetic love level, a divine intervention, a connection with others, a namaste, a soul to soul, all of this. So this is truly what's at the bottom of this seeking grand adventures. Do you understand this in a way?
Yes, I do.
So this yearning can be met in this way. When you notice it, when you sit with this certain fluttering excitement, your chest is going fast like this as you envision other things or places or things you want, something like this. There's this. So if you're able to sit quietly for a minute and just notice, my chest is tight, it's fluttering as I dream of other places to visit. There must be a connection. Why is the connection here, even though I haven't gone anywhere? What exactly is happening here? I wish, what I really, really wish for is deeper than going to this place. Because when you go to the place, the yearning still exists. And when you come back from the place, the yearning still exists. So you think, I just go to another place and that will solve it. But the yearning never goes away. So this is, it's important for you to sit in it, to notice it, and to be gentle about it. Yes, I really like to go fast to visit places instead of sitting quietly. I don't like to sit quietly and connect and feel quiet within myself and go to this yearning place. For the yearning place is sad. It can be all encompassing, really. So there's a part of you that doesn't want to go there. You don't want to go to sad places. But really, it's all right for you to go there. You will become more and more advanced, more alive when you can sit in a place of yearning and sadness. Whether or not it's fully experienced by you or not, you can begin the process of sitting quietly when the yearning takes place and just see what happens. Just gently like this. If you wish to do this, if you don't, go to all the magical places and buy all the magical things that you wish. But if you truly wish to connect with what is triggering these things, then you may sit quietly alone and come to feel the yearning that you have with connection for others at a true level. For these things, you do understand what we're speaking of, that no matter how many beautiful things there are, always the feeling remains of wanting more. It's endless. It's as if it's always starving for more. Do you understand what we mean?
Yes, I do.
Is that good for you or bad for you, really?
It's good. Thank you.
Let us do namaste together.
Namaste.
Oh, Aaron, I seldom really ask questions, but feeling pretty out of sorts and out of sync, and just wonder if there's any anything that comes to mind.
Do you understand? Are you familiar with this energy, your energetic self existing through all time, and your physical self having a human experience for just one lifetime? Do you understand this?
At times I do, but I forget.
Well, we are reminding you right now because this is what you're speaking of. So sometimes your energetic self has a connection to all information. It has a connection to every human at an energetic level. It has connection to non-physical, which is, we call it a support team. Also, some of them have passed. So your energetic self knows all of this, knows everything. It is peaceful, calm, not anxious about anything, just really wants to have fun. It wants to live. Then there's the physical human side of you that's having a life this time. This human that's having a life this time has made decisions that sometimes weren't the best ones for the energetic self. So now the physical self and the energetic self are having a little bit of what do you call this? A scrap. Having a bit of a scrap because your energetic self wants to come and be and connect and connect to the universe, connect to other humans energetically. But the human self is slower. The energetic self is very fast, high, fast energy. And the human self is not. It's heavy. It has to do human things it doesn't always want to do. It's to move its feet in such a way as this. So they are at odds. Now, does this sound understandable to you?
Yep. Yes.
So we will continue because there must be some way for them to get along, really, because they've been spending this much time, as much time as you've had on Earth, they've been acquainted, they know one another very well. So now you're acting as if they're not truly the best of friends. Now, we will say what we mean by this. The energetic self and the physical self are having the experience together. For the energetic self cannot have a human experience unless it's through your eyes and your feet and your hands. So the energetic self loves to be with you. It's your great friend, your comrade, always has your back, thinks you're the most wonderful thing ever. That's your energetic self. Sometimes your physical self forgets that. He thinks it's a burden or something. What are you doing still here? Why don't you take off? Stuff like this. So it's a time for your human self and your energetic self to have a little tiny chat, just an acknowledgement really. All right, fine. I agree, you are real. Fine. Now what do you want to do together? And you can discuss it because the energetic self says, well, let's go skip down the street and throw rocks in the water. And you say, oh, no, we're not doing that right now. They say, okay, maybe later. And your human self will say, maybe later. And together you may have these sort of conversations. It does not have to be a fight, push and pull like this. It can be just a chat. Well, we're tired. Oh, we want to skip around. Well, maybe we won't. Maybe we'll do that at a different time. Right now, why don't we do something quiet? Let's play checkers in our mind or something. You can amuse the energetic self. So together they may come together as friends, as soulmates, as one, the energetic self and the human self, together for one lifetime to have the experience of the lifetime. The energetic self wishes to live through you. What do you think of that?
I honestly think sometimes I'm not sure. So if I'm dragging myself to work and I'm talking myself into work, I don't know if it's my energetic self talking me to come on, let's get to work, or my human self. But I do understand what you're saying. Just sometimes I don't think I can differentiate between.
Yes. Have you ever heard a little voice in your head that doesn't sound like yours?
I don't know. Probably.
Next time, listen to that. That will be your energetic self because it sounds a little different. Sometimes you'll hear something and you'll look, which means it's something outside of your brain. If you look or you glance over Or you think, what? Something like this. If you notice it at all, it's something different than your usual way of being. So you may hear your energetic self. It will take you just a moment to start recognizing it, but that's all right. You're there to do what you can with it. The energetic and the human self, do whatever you can, do the best you can. It's no big deal. You'll get another time around. So maybe start listening. And if you hear something, you'll say, oh, you're really real. They were talking about you the other day. Something like this. Just a little acknowledgement. Just a small acknowledgement that it's possible. Is that good for you?
Sure, that's good.
Let's do namaste. Namaste.
Namaste.
And I have a question, similar question. Can you give me some guidance? I'm going through some hard time personally.
Ah, yes. Again, it's your energetic self. Are you familiar with the conversation that we are having about energetic self and a physical self?
Yes.
You understand that they're two coming through a time to live together. They wish to have an experience on the earth together. The energetic self cannot exist without the human body. It must have the human body for the human experience. It can exist fine without human experience, but your energetic self comes in to accompany you. If your energetic self is eternal and spends its time in the universe of love, connected with all other energetic beings who leave their bodies behind, if it is in this place of ease and calmness, it has access to all that is peaceful. And you are speaking of turmoil, the same situation. You're speaking of turmoil and a human and your energetic self hitting up against one another and you not recognizing it. So when your energetic self has access to all this, and when your physical being starts to understand there's another part of you moving separately, it feels like. It feels like sometimes there's something watching your life unfold, something outside of yourself, watching you think, watching you feel, watching you behave, something outside. This is a certain way of being when you start to notice there's more going on than your physical life. So this is your energetic self watching, being outside of your human experience, but always wishing to join you. When you start to notice there's another level to you, or another deepness, something deep, deep inside, some say it's high, some say it's deep inside. When your physical being, which you're very familiar with because you've spent time on the earth, you know the troubles, you know the difficulty being human. It's not always easy. A lot of the times it's difficult. When that part starts to acknowledge, reach out, call out for help, assistance, much like the same questions. Why am I dragging myself around? Why am I dragging my body around? When you ask these questions out, an answer arrives energetically. Sometimes you're unable to hear it because you're lost in your own human life, which sometimes can be encompassing. If you get into it and into it and into it, when you get into it deep, you forget there's another level to you that exists beyond the human experience. This is your energetic self, and it is connected to the universe of love. And that is peaceful and easy. It will level out emotional distress. And you have access to it because part of it exists within you. You always have access to peace, calm, love energy because you are love energy. You are peace, you are joy. You are a part of the universe of love. You just have a physical encasement. So you have access to this. Sometimes you don't know how to get to it. It's like it's in a hidden room somewhere. Where's the room? I don't know. I don't know where the door is. I don't know if there's a key. You have no access to it, but you have found this place. So do you understand, beyond all of this discussion, which is what we've been having, do you understand that things happen for a reason? such as the energetic exchange that is occurring right this moment. This moment is changed you energetically. This moment is the answer to mankind calling out for help. Mankind calls out. The universe of love answers. And that's what you're experiencing here. And do you understand how this came about for you? Humans come to this energy oftentimes by mistake. They'll stumble into it. What is this? Oh, where are we going? What's happening? We don't know. But you show up. Because you show up now, you're showing up right this moment to exchange energy with the universe of love because you've asked for it. And the energy, the universe has shown up for you. For you. You have called out. The universe cares so much about you that it's shown up. Each human that calls out, an answer arrives. You just can't always hear it. Much like the room, you can't find it. You have no access to it. But yet now you do. To understand that this is a divine exchange, a moment in time now that you are changed. You are no longer the same as you were a moment before.
Right. But what about the human part of me has a relation with the human part of somebody else. And that's where the interaction that causes the problem, right? That's where we have issues sometimes and sadness and things like that.
A human connecting with another human, yes, you could put it that way, but this is also a choice between the two humans, for it's not necessary. It's not necessary for two humans to agree to cause harm and distress to one another. You, for instance, don't have to engage because now you have more information. You have now discovered that you're larger than your human experience, and you can step back out of it and watch. You can step out of it and you'll see things unfolding that you did not know about, that perhaps you're part of, perhaps you're not. But as you remove yourself and look down upon the human, you'll notice that the feelings become less intense. When you're down in it, seems like it must be true, it's so intense. As you pull up and come to a more heavenly distance, you'll see it's just humans exchanging whatever's happening between them. But it's not, doesn't have to be so. The other human can go to a different human and have the same exchange, or something different can happen. You do not have to stay in any sort of mix. That's up to you. Do you believe this is possible for you to lift yourself up out of we just call it the mud, the quicksand? Do you have a notion, or can you feel or envision yourself up out of the mud, standing high or looking down at it?
No, but as a human, I'm having an experience, right?
Yes.
Because I am given this body to experience certain things, and
yes.
I'm having a human experience, having the spirit inside of me, the God inside me.
Yes.
So I understand what you're saying. So, but as a human, I still have to suffer.
If you wish to, but the intensity of that suffering is up to you. How long you stay in it, how long you stay with it. If you get more intense, or you pull up and back and have a faraway vision of what's going on. If you pull back and look, see yourself and the other stranger going like this, you'll have a different perspective because you'll be able to see what's out behind them. Oh, that's causing that, it's causing that, it's causing that. Oh, look how it's all connected. You cannot see when you're in an intense human relationship with another. Only with the distance, can you see what's truly going on. For it's probably not what you think it is. Oftentimes you can't see when the humans are close. You can't see what's behind the scenes. So you get lost and you stay.
But can we fix this though, the human interaction?
Fix it? What does this imply? Are you implying that one human may change another?
No, fix the relationship between the two.
If you are suggesting that the other human wishes to fix, this word fix is incorrect. This word fix is implying that you decide something should be different and you can force the other human to change. What if the other human is happy with it being in the mud? What if they don't wish to change? You
Yeah.
see?
Yes,
So
I
this,
see.
this is man, this is self-will and mankind wishing to change something. And if you're able to pull back, you might change your mind. You might pull back and look at this and say, oh, geez, that should not be fixed. They should go in this direction, that direction, wherever they're going. But you can't see when it's intense.
Yes, I understand. Thank you.
Would you not do namaste together?
Namaste.
Namaste.
Aaron, if I may ask a question following on that discussion. So when one pulls back to try and understand why the relationship
Let
has,
us correct this, please. We've never said that word before. That is funny. When you speak, you must speak of your own self.
okay, I was thinking generically in terms, because it sounds like it's not specifically a problem, an issue. Okay, I'll make it about myself. If I was having difficulty with somebody and trying to understand their way of thinking, and seemed to be clashing in the way we're approaching a certain issue, by stepping back, I mean, one can reflect on your own input that you put into it, but you're not necessarily aware of the other person's circumstances unless they explain that to you. So is there I was understanding, or what your statement earlier implied, that when you step back, you can see the bigger picture for both sides. And I'm just wondering about that. How do you find more background about the other person and their position unless you talk to them about it?
So we are going to speak of something you're not going to like to hear about, but we are wondering why it is you think that other humans need your reinterpretation of what they have spoken of. And we mean this in the kindest way, because you often are kind-hearted and you rephrase things that others feel. Do you understand what we mean?
Well, I'm trying to see their perspective. I think that's just good communication there's your version of the story and to try to understand the other person's version of the story. But they don't always explain it to you clearly. So if we're just having that verbal discussion, the understanding is only as good as they're willing to interact with you and provide you that background.
This is very basic information you're giving.
Yes.
Of course, because it's not always your business what's going on with others. Others have their own trials and their own lives to live, their own things to sort out, whether they connect, whether they don't, whether they have a human existence. That is their experience. As humans walk side by side, that's perfectly fine. But when you get muddied up together, as if you are one walking together, you must make decisions together, you are one together. This is where things get confusing for humans because they lose track of themselves. They've now lost themselves to the other. This causes a great amount of stress on the other as well because they don't want to carry. Humans don't want to carry another human. Humans can barely carry themselves. You have a difficult life for one. You have an impossible life if you're carrying someone else with you. So that's the other side of it, that no one wishes to be carried. Sometimes you might think you wish to be carried, but you don't really. You want to decide how your life unfolds, so you have no regrets at the end. This is the human existence. You live your life, you do what you can, you hope there's no regrets at the end. So absolutely, you do not know what another human brings to the table. They might not tell you the truth. They don't have to tell you the truth.
Right. So I guess back to your point about going back to like a heavenly distance to look at the situation, you would only reflect on your own view of it. You wouldn't have any further greater understanding of the other person's position by stepping back from it. Isn't that correct?
This is possibly true.
Yeah.
It depends. When you get to this higher state, you'll see what you will see. You'll certainly see what's up with you, but you might see other things that you're tied in with the other. That's not a blanket statement.
Okay.
But we as humans are so interconnected with each other, right? Wife and husband, daughter and father, this and that. We have to live together, right? So it's constantly, we are all in these different relationships, very close relationships. We cannot just say, okay, I'm going to be observer outside all the time, right? You're involved in day to day in a lot of the decisions together, and having a harmony, or you know what I mean?
We will stick with what we have said. Now, this is getting confusing, this conversation, because we are speaking one-to-one at one person at a time about their own experience.
Oh, okay.
So as far as if you're making points, that's one thing. If you're asking us a question, that's something different. If you're asking us if you need to maintain yourself no matter what relationships are surrounding you, that is correct. Always you must maintain yourself, your connection with the universe or whatever it is, because that's how you show up as a full human for others. If you come into these relations as a half human, then you're going to get a half human, you're going to be all mixed up together, and that's the way you spend your life. That's fine. If that's the way you wish to live your life, that's absolutely fine. If you wish to be a leader of relationships, or have an emotional distance in relationships so humans can speak honestly with you, then you must stay connected yourself, and your focus must be on yourself. So that is complete for that conversation. For there are other conversations and areas to be covered for this energetic exchange.
Hey, can I talk?
Yes, you may. What is it you have on your mind?
On mine. Well, I got a brother. He's like he's always he's kind of naive on how he takes care of himself.
Do
you understand?
Do you wish to teach him how to live?
Well, I wish to teach him how to live, but he doesn't. You say that he can carry himself, which he can carry himself. I wish to teach you how to live, but he opposed me.
So, again, we will speak of this oneness. It is our common discussion during this energetic exchange. So as you become yourself, as you become more evolved spiritually, we're going to use that word. It's not our favorite, but humans understand it. As you become evolved more energetically, this is the real word we like, and you're connected to the universe of love, and you start to notice that there's a part of you that is the universe of love, and this part is connected to other humans. Here we go. So now we're going to get into the other humans. You may connect with other human beings energetically. You don't have to open your mouth at all. Now, many humans prefer to open the mouth, but energetically within you, you may send love and care to the other human being. Have you ever done such a thing as this? Without opening your mouth, send love to another human being. Do you think you can do this?
I don't know if I can. I just release some sort of energy in my heart, I guess.
Yes. So you go into your own heart and you go in there and connect with love. Connect with whatever you want it to be. Like angels, that's fine. You like to see golden gods, that's fine. You like to see a higher power, that's fine. Whatever you can get in touch with that brings you joy and you start to smile, you feel love and comforted inside, you may send that to someone else by thinking about them, by visualizing them, by seeing them walking this way, whatever light, heavenly way you can envision. Envision another human moving in the same way. Perhaps they're flying around. Perhaps they're floating around. They will be smiling. They'll be at peace. They'll be easier. Whatever this is, you feel it in your heart. You visualize them. And now all of a sudden, you love them. You're transferring love energy to someone else. Sometimes if they're in tune with it, they'll pick it up and they'll notice, oh, that's weird. I've smiled at whatever time of the day it was. But your job is only to send the love. For humans resist control. You must all agree with this. Humans resist control, but they are drawn to the light. They are drawn to love. They're drawn to positive energy. They can't help themselves. They'll smile or laugh at something beautiful, despite if they're in a crappy mood. It won't matter. Humans are drawn to love. They don't wish to be controlled. And because when you control humans, you're suggesting they're doing something wrong, then that means there's something wrong with them. And there's nothing wrong with any human. Humans are doing the best they can with their life, with the experience they're having. There's nothing flawed with the human. Do you think you're able to send love to someone else that you care about and are worried about?
Well, like you said, visualize something, and like imagine like from open talking. I need to believe or some sort of thing. I need to believe in higher power, some sort of thing, in order to imagine, in order to send him energy.
In order to send them energy, first become centered yourself and get into alignment with whatever you believe in that brings a smile to your face and peace to your heart. Get centered in that first, then visualize the other person. It's as if they'll be walking along with you through heaven or something, flying around by rainbows, whatever way you want it to be. But for you to send love to them, then that is good for them, that is good for your heart. And the next time you see them, you have a different feeling about them. You have different feeling about them because you've just visualized something lovely and wondrous, and your brain thinks it's true because your brain can't tell if you're dreaming, thinking, what's actually happening. So it thinks it's happened. So now it thinks that you can fly around the rainbows together. So the next time you see that human, you're going to feel very close to them. You'll feel loving towards them. You might have loving words for them, kindness. You might give them a little cookie, anything at all, but it's changed. It's you that's changed. And when you show up, you'll be different and they will respond to this. Will you be able to try that?
Yeah, I guess.
You are very loving yourself. It's not impossible for you to visualize love and visualize another person and bring it all together in love.
Oh, okay, I get it.
Because you are love yourself. Don't forget this. This is the important part. You'll love yourself. It's not a big stretch. You're not going to be an elephant. You're going to be love. And you already are love. Let us do namaste together.
Okay.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Hello, it's
Yes.
Joan. I'd appreciate some information. I have 3 areas of concern. I'd like to tell you quickly what they are, and then if you could select the one that makes my heart happiest. First of all, I have serious autoimmune challenges And I've been shown by my oncologist that I should not get the vaccine. It's not wise for me. Secondly, I'm in the process of feeling enchanted with the joy of a book I'm getting published. And I'm wondering if Douglas and McIntyre is truly the best publisher or anything else about the book. The book is called Power, Emily Carr and You. And the third thing is help with the problem with the dryness in my body, the dry eyes, the way that my mouth is so parched. So those are the three issues that I am asking, what am I to do more of so that I can heal? Thank you.
So this discussion you're having, you are truly sharing with the others what humanity looks like. You are showing to others what happens as your body ages. It ages physically, but it comes alive energetically. You are creating something from nothing. This book that you speak of does not exist because it's not exist yet, but you are creative force bringing it to life. This is where your energy lies, in creation from something that was nothing, that was just a thought. And positive love energy is going into it because that's what you're encapsulating in this book. So you are showing other humans what it's like to always show up, no matter what. You understand that you're an example of humanity, to show up with hope and great joy, no matter where you find yourself. This is truly what you're saying. You're not really asking questions. You're laying your life out. And you are showing others, this is what a life can look like. Even as the body ages, the heart grows. The joy, the enchantment, the childlike wonder, all of this is so large. You see how you have become an oxymoron yourself. Do you understand this?
I understand there's a lot to my soul's purpose. And I understand the joy.
Yes.
When I feel joy, others feel joy as well. I share the joy with my open heart.
Yes. But you right now are exhibiting childlike joy at a time in your life when you're not a child. You are showing what a full life looks like. To always maintain the hope, the joy. This process that you're making, this gift to humanity that you're presenting forth, shows how childlike and wondrous you are, how you believe in man, how you love mankind. It is a great offering, not to be thought small. This is your huge offering to humanity. There's nothing more beautiful than a human putting and allowing love to pass through them to provide something physical as a gift to humans. This is a wondrous gift that is evolving, and you are presenting it. So you're human, you look like a human, but you're acting like a joyful child, excited about life. This is truly what's being presented here. The other things are going to happen no matter. All human bodies expire. They get older. They start small and young and they go older. But you're speaking of a spark of life. You're speaking of your energetic self, your loved self, that is always the same age. Doesn't matter. It doesn't age for a moment. That part of you that wishes for, has great imagination and wishes kindness upon others and great love, overflowing love, never ages. It's the same as the first breath that you took. This is a major undertaking and a gift to humanity that you are presenting, are putting forth. Do you understand the value of this gift?
What I find exciting is what you're saying is exactly the purpose, because the purpose is for the reader to ignite the delight of their own power as they experience a quick journey with Emily.
Yes,
So,
but you
yes.
are, but you are the persona. You are the. It is based upon you.
Yes,
You-
it's based upon my high self in union with Source.
Yes. Yes, it's your human life unfolding at a high energetic level. You are very evolved in this way, and you are still giving hope to others, to some who believe they have no hope. There are many others that are involved in this energetic exchange that you can't see here. They are joining energetically, ones who feel they have no hope, and you show up to say, I have great hope. And you put your money where your mouth is. You speak from a place of power and truth, and it can't be questioned. So you are great. You are a great presenter and of possibilities for human life. And we mean this in the highest energetic, loving way, not the physical way. For the physical things pass, but your energetic joy and love, it goes on for all eternity.
And you know, the beauty is the magic, because whatever I need shows up when I need it, even though if I didn't know I needed it. So that's the joy of just showing up.
Yes.
Yeah, just
It's
show
very
up.
childlike. You understand that this is a childlike vision of life.
Mm.
Beautiful. Beautiful example of how a life can be lived.
So you're saying the book's going to be a success.
Beautiful. It's your offering to mankind. You will be a success. You. It's you. You see?
That's
You
kind of
understand
scary.
that it's you?
Yeah, but that's kind of scary. Yeah. But thank you.
Yes, it's you. You are representing life, a life that can be lived, that can be possible for others who can't imagine it. So you are showing them physically how a life can be,
Wow.
where they have no access to this information, only through this energetic exchange. So you have shown up to show as an example.
Thank you.
Let us do namaste. Namaste.
Hi, Erin.
Greetings.
I seem to be the last to speak, which is unusual.
Appropriate for the place you are finding yourself in life.
Yeah, this is true. This
Do you
is
know
true.
what you mean by this?
I think so.
That you have learned to place yourself last and you will be first. For now, you are the hidden leader. You're at the back now, moving them forward. But truly, you're the leader, but leader of not this pack. This pack is wild animals, but you are learning how to move humans forward from the rear view. That's very odd to say. Do you understand what we mean?
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's a very odd conversation, but it's the truth for you. For you are better at the back, pushing those forward. Push, 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 go, 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 you can do it. Go, 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 push them forward rather than standing at the front and leading them behind you. So there are some humans that are better standing in the front and saying, get up here, you guys. Then there are some at the back. They're the encouragers from the rear. We're going to call you that, an encourager from the rear. So you stand back and say, you can do it a little more, little more, little more, little more, little more. And you allow the others to take the benefit, the first glances. They take the, it looks as if they're the ones getting the reward, but really it's you in the back. the quiet one pushing them forward. Have you ever envisioned yourself in this way?
Yes.
That's good because that's who you are. Perfect. Do you wish to speak of anything?
No, I didn't have anything specific this evening. I just thought I'd say hello.
So it's perfectly fine to be in the rear. It's beautiful. It's your place. You found your place. You're comfortable there. The others move forward. And they don't, the other thing about you being in the back is that really you're protecting them from the rear. So they're not ambushed. See? So really you're in the line of, you're the one that could get hurt, really. But that's all right with you because you have a certain understanding of a higher calling and a higher destiny for humanity. And you started to step up to it. Started to step, even if it's in the rear, you're really stepping up. You're saying, I believe in mankind. I'm going to put myself out there and be part of it. I wish to join. I wish to join in the parade of mankind, even though I'm comfortable pushing from the back. It's where I belong. Is that good for you?
Yes. Thanks, Erin.
Let's just do namaste together.
Okay. Namaste.
We will need to conclude the energetic exchange. Are we able to hear the note again that will close the energetic exchange and the love that has been exchanged here within the group? Oh, hi. Hi.